Hello everybody and welcome back to Global Granada, a fantastic campaign where we play as the small Granada nation and see what we can do to bring the hurt to these Catholics and duelists in the north. We're doing very well so far. We've consolidated our home region. Trade is booming, even if the Portuguese bastards to the west are trying to stop it, but we'll deal with them, don't worry about that. Someone mentioned there's a very powerful nation you can form apparently in the Berber area. And I was looking, we can't currently form it. We can, however, become the Sultan of Morocco, which gives us free cores on Fez, Central Morocco, Sousse, Tafilalt, and Anfa. It does move the capital, so we'd have to move the capital back, which costs quite a bit of admin. But free cores on basically this whole area. It's pretty good. If we hover here, you need to own quite a substantial amount of land down here. But if we owned all that land, we could get free cores on all of it. So that's definitely something to consider in the slightly later stage. We could institute royal primogeniture. Why would we do this? Oh, it gives you long-term stability increase as well. That's pretty good. Do we currently have a bad modifier because we don't have primogeniture? Doesn't look like it. I think I'm okay with non-primogeniture. It's going pretty well with being able to appoint our own heirs. But one thing I was considering is, do we want to switch culture group? And I wanted to check Portuguese, because we might want to switch to Portuguese culture. So let's have a look here. Nope, it's the same one. Okay, well, never mind. There's the Granadan tag. Okay. Well, in that case, let's let time tick ever onwards. We are now gaining 32 manpower a month. Oof, game, you spoil me. Uh-oh. Dev Plague event. The plague has started in Liguria. That didn't used to be possible. How bad a plague is it? Oh my god, it's pretty bad. So there's a terrible plague up there in Liguria. Let's immediately institute some plague measures. We actually can't yet. Okay, maybe on the monthly tick. Let's see. Will you let me now? Please don't crash no save. Thank you. Still no plague management decisions. That's interesting. I wonder if that's a bug. Or if it's just because the event hasn't fired that says, careful, there's a plague coming. Quick, I need to do the plague decisions before it spreads to Granada. Come on, it's spreading fast. It's lagging much less with the plague spread now, isn't it? There we go. Black wind comes. Now we can act. Close the ports. They understand the situation, so close the ports. Restriction of trade. We could offer compensation. 30% chance we lose stability if we do this. Let's offer compensation, I think. It's a lot of admin points, but we're not really hurting for admin points right now. So we will offer compensation. Plague doctors. We'll take tier 2. Plague doctors and sanitation measures. But I will also cheese it and protect 1,000 of our manpower. There we go. We're actually over the force limit right now. We won't be once this autonomy starts ticking down properly, though. So that should be fine. So the plague, if you look at the amount of lag, the plague is as bad as most. We should be thankful that it is not worse. It's staying extremely bad. Terrible plague throughout all of northern Italy. But the plague spread is making the game lag substantially less than usual. Sterling work on that, M&T developers. Well done. That's really, really good. We could do with the devastating plague in Castile and Aragon right now, that then gets perfectly dealt with as soon as it reaches our borders. Looks like it's having a little bit of trouble getting over this mountain range. Hopefully it'll have a resurgence. No, it's going to stay moderate, it looks like, through most of Iberia. I suspect it will pass over before it reaches Portugal. But that is a devastating, devastating plague for Italy. The Promised Land. No, actually, no. I'm going to ban you from leaving. We don't have the population to let people traipse off to the Promised Land. So it looks like it's passing over pretty quickly here. That's unfortunate. I'm guessing Aragon and Castile undertook some serious plague measures. Spreading a bit more into Castile. But yeah, passing over down here. Come on. More. Good, good. More spreading in. Complete the plague has come. So we got just very mild plague coming in. That's fine. Darn it. It passed over Toledo. Hopefully this mild plague spreads down here before the passed over plague spreads down here. Because interestingly enough, if this passed over bit spreads, then the mild plague can't actually spread to that area. It's kind of strange system how that works, but it's interesting at least. So that is a lot of dead Central Europeans. Like a crazy number. Oh my god. And I think that, I don't know, maybe it spread faster than normal, or maybe it's just that I'm not used to the game running so well when there are plagues spreading. But that felt like it spread a lot faster than normal. Devastating, devastating plague. Not really spreading to Africa, it looks like. Didn't really reach the Ottoman holdings. Passing over mostly here. There are a little bit of damage to Albania. Well, the Albanian region, I guess, is more appropriate at the moment, since I think Albania is a country, but only one of these? Yeah, there we go. That bit's Albania. Cool. Okay. Well, we did lose some manpower there, which is unfortunate, given our exactly in a dearth of manpower right now. How many men does Toulouse actually have? Let's take a look. We could probably sort by total and find them pretty quickly. Toulouse has 5,000 men. Very low manpower. Well, hopefully this plague is hitting them pretty hard. Yeah. Pretty devastating plague hitting Toulouse right now. Really, it's bad luck that we only got passed over in some of these provinces. It was more or less non-existent in most of Iberia. Did get some moderate plagues in Barcelona, though. We can invest in an idea which will give us innovativeness. Fantastic. Luxury tax. Let's get some... our nation encourages people to enjoy amazing curiosities and luxury commodities from all over the known world. Now we can tax these luxuries while people enjoy them. Fabulous. So, next claim on Castile should be this one. We can't claim that one, so we can make it either of these the same. I think, really. Doesn't make much difference. Why are you guys allied to Castile? Like, they're worthless as an ally. They have thousands of ducats of debt. They'd never accept a call to arms. One thing we could do is declare war on Aragon with no intention of winning. Just kind of stalemating a bit. We don't really have good defensive terrain near the border to do that with, unfortunately. Maybe if we made it a trade war. The nobles are demanding recompensation all the freaking time. Bogus, you got any cash for me again? No. Gonna have to go into debt then. Not overjoyed about that. Maybe we'll have the more privileges they have, the more they demand it or something. I don't know. Or maybe someone missed a zero when they set up that event. Because that seems like it's firing way too often. Okay, I don't need less unrest. Oh no, we do kind of need a bit less unrest right now. It's not really relevant for this area, but we can't really afford policy of intolerance right now. Not with these separatists growing over here. So we'll take there is always room for talented men. And in fact, we might even go further than that. And tolerate heathens for a bit. Looks like we can't right now anyway. Okay. How is the A? Still very high, but ticking off on Portugal nicely. So what can we store? 1,700. Not a problem then. In terms of military points for quite a while. No need to go further ahead of time. So the population of Italy is going to be seriously damaged by this. Look at all of this province trauma already spreading around here. It's a bad time to be an Italian. So we checked over here a minute ago. There were 270,000 population, I think. Ooh, 80,000 dead, 90,000 almost. That is quite something. So making a tidy sum of profit, even with the interest. Of course, we're not Catholic, which is great from an interest perspective, because they don't have that darn +2. We didn't look at the Sunni modifiers. Worth taking a look here. 10% trade power abroad, great for our trade empire. Missionary strength, wonderful. Tolerance of both true faith and heretics. If we're going conversion, the heretics is bad, really, but in the short term, it's okay. Less legitimacy, but substantially more chance of a new heir. Okay. And we could, at any time, convert to Wahhabi, which is like kind of extreme Islam, as far as I understand it. I'm not a scholar, which gives us... We might want to do this. The admin tech cost is not good. But 15% morale of armies is pretty amazing. We might want to consider doing this when we have... I don't know. I don't think there would be any good time to do this, really. But if we had loads of religious ideas and we could convert quickly, I'm tempted. For 15% conversion, morale of armies, plus essentially plus 2% conversion of heretics. Because a 2-point swing in tolerance gives you 2% extra conversion strength. Almost below 50 power projection, which is not ideal. I want to try and keep that above 50 if at all possible for that extra monarch point generation. We'll send an insult to someone if it dips below. Shouldn't be a problem. Oh, there it goes. Let's bring back... Let's insult Aragon. If Aragon would declare on us without their buddies, that would be phenomenal. Unfortunately, this does mean one tick of when we're not fabricating our spy network against Aragon, but you know what? I think we can handle one tick. I think our informers will hold out that long. So, what's next? I still think the alliance with Fez is a good idea. Offered vassalization to these guys, maybe? Economic base compared to Algerian. Minus 70. Pardon me? Oh, actually, okay, fair enough. I was going to say, you're one measly, insignificant little province, but they're actually not. This is a 6 urban development province. They're doing pretty well over there. Are these Wahhabis? No, these are Abadi. Someone was saying in the comments we should convert to Ibadi, but I don't think that's sensible. Let's get the claim on Valencia. The plague ends. Fantastic. Marketplace has been built. Fantastic. The burghers pulling their weight. So let's see the province trauma. Look at that. If there's not a famine here, I'd be quite surprised. I fully expect there to be a major famine. He's aggressive. No. More aggressive expansion, less improved relations. That sucks. Ugh. I find it very hard to dislike Mohammed though. 464. Absolutely legendary stats. Lost the effects of manpower low. Wow. Why? I think we might get that back. Newly promoted expired. And a mine complex. Again, the burghers pulling their weight. Getting that alum mined out. Fantastic. Final core. Final core. State established. I'm going to core it anyway. Cool. Okay, so autonomy going to start ticking down. Income's going to start rocketing up. Of course, the reason the burghers can afford to do all that probably is because they're collecting so much money off places like Sevilla and Cordoba right now. I think I will... Oh, okay, you can't shift select apparently in this window. I am going to rename this to Cordoba, just so I know where it's talking about. In fact, I think I'm also going to rename this to Granada. I know it diminishes the flavour to a certain extent, and I'm sorry about that, but it's just much easier for me if I can understand what the heck it's saying to me. You should... They would take an alliance with me right now, but they wouldn't actually, because they're at their alliance limit. Still not going to do knowledge sharing. No colonial range. How about you? You must have colonial range. Yes. But they aren't allied to me. So you're telling me I could ally with you, knowledge share, break the alliance. That's what you're telling me. That's the message I got. Let's do that. We're losing innovativeness. Well, let's get the admin tech then. Sorry, the mill tech. Who are we behind? No one. None of our neighbours have it. By neighbours, I guess it means your tech group. Not actually neighbours. Because the neighbour bonus has nothing to do with your neighbours. In case you're wondering. I mean, why would you think that? It's just your tech group. Though maybe it isn't your tech group in M&T, I don't know. Maybe it's different. So yeah, absolutely. We'll spread banking to this one province over here. That seems fine by me. For 10% of their income? Absolutely. It won't be much, but hey, every little bit helps. Granada. 0.25 every month. Not insignificant. Not insignificant in the slightest. It's not even that bad. We'll dissolve this alliance straight away afterwards. So we essentially get war reps from people by doing knowledge sharing. So they would do it as well, but they are at the alliance limit, unfortunately. How about you? You still in debt? Yeah. How deeply in debt are you? Let's check. 111 ducats. Okay, we're not gonna. I was thinking maybe we could sneaky like pay off their debt if it was really small, and then get them to knowledge share and end up giving us more than we gave them in paying off their debt. But it doesn't look like that's going to be a viable strategy here. The lesser nobles, we can't give favors because they're so incredibly insignificant. Which is unfortunate. But I guess we'll just live with that for now. Once we finally... we could do with... Oh, diplomats. Once we finally capture some... Sorry, I just need to clear my throat here for a second. Oh god, please don't lose me responsibility, please. Thank you, thank you. Oh. A helping hand, thank you. 25 free Diplo points from Tunis. Very nice of them. What was I saying? Yes, once we conquer some high autonomy, lesser noble land, then we'll be really seeing their influence start to tick up. Corrupt taxmen. We don't want to go even further into debt, so I will just take the admin point hit. Been taking quite a few admin point hits recently, but with a 6 admin point leader, sorry, 4 admin point leader, still feeling pretty good. Global institution spread, not useful to us right now, but the innovativeness certainly is. Someone said in the comments, we should mod out this People of the Book thing, or change the Iberian combination family, and I agree. Because it just doesn't make sense that you have a -1 from this and then a +1 from this, resulting in a zero-sum gain. It's just annoying. So, what should we replace it with? Trade range? Oh, what was that? Did that say Castile has integrated and had inherited Galicia? Don't think it's going to show up in this list. No. What the heck was that? Don't know. Not sure what that was. But what could we replace it with? Obviously I don't want to give myself something really strong to replace this with. I know what I could do. We could replace it with just the opposite. Fools, I could call it Fools of the Book. -0.5 tolerance of heretics, -1 tolerance of heathens. And then it's helping us in our role-playing perspective, because I've been told in the comments that Cordoba was actually very tolerant, and so I guess our role-playing perspective is they think that was their mistake. Their tolerance was what got them driven back to this small corner of Iberia, and so now they've turned intolerant and they're going to take it all back. So if we convert this to the exact opposite, then that works. Plus it's then actually useful, because it will give us more conversion strength via the intolerance, because if you look here, intolerance of somewhere actually adds missionary strength directly proportional to the intolerance you have towards that religion. Man, I really need to stop recording. My throat's completely going, unfortunately. I have recorded, well, I've only recorded like 4 or 5 episodes today. I'm surprised it's going so quickly. It's a shame. I think I have enough to tide me over till after ParadoxCon, though. You should be listening to this on the Tuesday? Is it Tuesday today? In your world? I think it is. I think so. Now that the autonomy is ticking down, we're going to get, yep, there we go, a steadily rising naval force limit, which I'm going to invest into trade ships. I could put these guys on mothball, but I don't really want to, because I don't want them to decay down in their strength. So I'm very intrigued. Taking this would actually not put us at first in the world, which is interesting. Let's take a look. Who's got better Miltech than me? Are you Thaya? Are you kidding? Are you Thaya? I guess they have meritocracy. Do they? No, they don't have meritocracy. It's spreading to them, though. I wonder if meritocracy will actually spread to Europe this campaign. It very rarely does, but, you know, new patch, new changes. France is now considered a great power. You should use this newfound influence to kill the freaking Toulouse. Toulousians? Toulousians. I don't know. Those from Toulouse. Not sure what you'd call that. France is influencing Bar. It's not what I said you should do. Do we want to get some more stability out of the burghers? I think we will. They're gaining loyalty so quickly right now because of their increasing wealth. I think it's a fine thing to spend some stuff on. So banking is spreading nicely through our lands. Much more slowly, of course, through central Germany, as normal. Spread pretty rapidly up to France. Castile, definitely hurting on the banking front. Only spreading very slowly to here, just because of the direct adjacency, I suspect. Yeah. It is also spreading through Navarre up here. Nora, as we all know, well-known Navarrese bankers went to England to give them banking. So we're getting a fair amount. Oh no, our war operations I think just ended. Well, there goes a lot of our income. That means we're two-thirds of the way through our truce with Castile. I wonder if France would get military access down here. They might not, you know. Don't know. What is Toulouse's opinion of France? It's not a positive one. Come on, Toulouse. You can do it. For dualism, declare war on France. It would be fantastic if that happened. Absolutely fantastic. Castilian separatists are growing once again, which is not ideal. And of course, if I were to make that thing give us more intolerance, you get even more Catholics rising up. Only 7,000 of them this time, but unacceptable manpower casualties if we were to have to actually fight them head on. Greater nobles, I'm going to keep demanding manpower from you whenever I can. Just so you know. Oh, we're below 50 power projection. Can't be having with that. Insult the Portuguese. Not enough. That's a problem. What else could we do? Are we embargoing all the right people? We're not embargoing them right now, but we can't. We could try privateering in Iberia. I think we might just have to live with the fact that we're going to be below 50 until we can declare war on them next. Unfortunately. What else could I do? I don't think I could warn any of them. Could I warn Portugal? I doubt it. Very glad that Castile is not able to ally Portugal right now. Even if it means they're allied to France, I think I'd almost rather that be the case. Because a unified 3... Yeah, I expected that to go down to level 4. I think I'm okay with it at level 4. As long as it doesn't go down to level 3, I'll be content. I'm very frustrated that I can't raise it by 1. That's quite annoying. In fact, I'm going to complain about that to the depths. Because that does seem very silly. I can't raise it from 2 to 3. I have to raise it from 2 to 7. Seems nonsensical. Level 3 stability, excellent. Sorry, level 2. That'll help a great deal with this unrest we were suffering from. I mean, Aragon is the obvious play. I don't think we can do it yet. We do outnumber them quite substantially. But the addition of Toulouse just throws everything out of whack. Although, wait. Toulouse, no, they're still at 5,000 men. I thought I was scrolling so far down, I thought they might be weaker than that, but yeah, still doing pretty well. Let's mark them special interest. Oh, we already have. I'd like to know what happens with them. So the dualist Serbians still holding on to power right now. Facing some rebellions, though. Some Serbian peasants. City of the World's Desire stands strong and alone in their the one remaining province of the Empire. If this was vanilla, I'd no CB war them and take that land for myself now, but in M&T that won't work so well, unfortunately. Oh, I really like this song. It's a good one. You can't hear it very much because I'm eternally paranoid. Why aren't you guys... Oh, I meant to sell them. I'm eternally paranoid that you won't be able to hear me over the music. Far more people complain when the music's too loud than when it's too quiet, so I tend to go on the principle it's better to just leave it too quiet. Who wants to buy this cog? Sorry, this galley. 10 ducats, as ever, is, I think, good enough. Okay, well, it is with heavy heart that I say I must end the episode there. I think this will be the last one I record before I fly off to Sweden and PDXCon, where I think I'll get to meet some of the wonderful people that make this mod. By this point, By the time this video goes live, you guys will have your hands on this patch, which is fantastic. Tell me how you're finding it so far. Have any of you tried Granada? But yeah, I hope you're all enjoying the series so far. In the next one, possibly War with Aragon, if I'm feeling cocky. You got to make some, you know, big plays, big plays. You got to take some risks in this life. I think War with Aragon might well be on the docket for next time. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching, and I do hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.